Hello, thank you for coming to this presentation. I hope it will worth your time for the next 15 minutes. So we'll be talking about how we handled the Black Friday 2013 traffic spike for evoMAG.ro, an online retail store. The OMG comes from oh my god. This is a summary. We'll talk a little about who was involved in this project, what was the challenge, and what was the actual work, and what was the aftermath of this project. Okay, first, who am I? Just 2 words. I have experience of 19 years in data center stuff, system administration and programming. Since 2001, I'm the CEO of Distinct. We do handle mission-critical internet infrastructure for our clients. More about me on my website, evoMAG.ro. Now about our client, evoMAG. It's an online retailer. They made about 15 million euros revenue last year. And last November, they announced a very big promotional sale, up to 99% price cuts on their website. What was our challenge? Simply keep 100% uptime www.evoMAG.ro and also their backend. What is the context of this? They had a warehouse full of items waiting to be sold. They had uptime problems in the previous years. The web application was almost the same, and but in 2013 they had way better marketing campaign. You can see on the slide some pictures taken just before the event with their warehouse, a lot of stocked items. And also the delivery fleet waiting for the web orders to be picked up. Okay, what was the challenge? We did servers, we did networking and system administration. We gladly accepted this challenge because this is what we do. This is core business for us. And we started the work. About 40 days, just 40 days before the event. That was a late start. Basically, and very important, we worked with the marketing people at evoMAG to give us data about the previous Black Fridays and also the estimates for the current Black Friday, because we needed this kind of data in order to make some technical targets. And I'm talking about things like number of orders, number of visitors, user path in the site. We took those targets, marketing targets, and put them into technical metrics like HTTP hits and per each site feature, bandwidth and stuff. At this stage, I should tell you that it's better to overestimate than be sorry later. We took those metrics further and translated them into servers and network and software stack needed. We prepared for 50 orders per second at peak. And on the right part of the slide, you have an estimate example for the homepage. I won't get into too many technical details because we don't have too much time, but you can review the numbers later because this presentation will be available for download. Okay, who worked on this? We Distinct, handling systems and network, custom soft, another company handling software development, who was in charge with tuning the software and with application insights, and evoMAG, the client. Very important because they got the marketing data, and also very important to have from them rapid approvals, rapid feedback. Neither two of the parties involved could handle this without the services. So it's very important to have network administrators, to have programmers, and to have the client working together. About the technical key points, basically we took all the site features and we classified this first into static and dynamic content, and further into content classes. We wrote about 1,000 lines of rules regarding caching and routing for the requests. Also, we uncluttered the site of unnecessary features for the Black Friday day, and worked with software developers to make small but big impact modifications to the software. As a general rule, we tried to work around the existing setup, not to build from zero, because there was no time for this. Technical, the topology, I won't get into too many details, but I can tell you that we had 4 layers in the topology. Basically, the first 2 layers were for caching, for routing, and for load balancing. Here we stopped and we served more than 90% of the traffic. The third layer was web servers or application servers. Basically, here we cloned the existing web server into multiple copies, and but we had a master server designated to handle very sensitive operations like stock inventory synchronization. The fourth layer was database servers. Basically, here is very simple. Each web server was paired with a database server. Some numbers here: 21 separate servers used. The approach was hybrid cloud, meaning we had our dedicated servers, but we scaled on the cloud for the front-end caching servers. Software stack was pretty standard, based on Linux. You have the details there. We used full virtualization for all the services. A point worth noticing is the use of SSDs for the databases. You can get a lot of more speed using SSDs, as you might know. And also we did this load testing scenarios beforehand. About the system redundancy, we had automatic or semi-automatic redundancy. So if something failed, it was taken off production almost immediately. About scalability, by design, we made a solution in order to be easy to add more load balancers or more web servers or more database servers horizontally on that topology. Security-wise, we had to have some checks in place to prevent possible security infiltrations masked by the high traffic expected, and all of this had to be monitored from our network management system. We had 94 key sensors to do this, including a tool to do automatic ordering to simulate a client ordering items from the site. And the big day came. 4 days before this, we started adding servers because traffic built up. 7 hours before launch, we added a teaser page with a newsletter sign-up form. In those 7 hours, we've got more than 100,000 newsletter sign-ups. So you can imagine what kind of traffic we've got. And that was before launching the site for Black Friday. T0 launch date was 20 minutes after midnight on Friday. And in about 20 minutes, we exceeded 10,000 users on site according to Google Analytics. And we had more than 20,000 HTTP requests per second. That was the peak. This is a screenshot from Google Analytics. You can see on the left right now users, a very familiar metric for all of you, I think. So everything went good. Our golden minute was at T0 plus 26 minutes with 365 orders in that minute. After 9 hours, we sold 65% of the inventory and we had 9,000 orders. In the first 12 hours, we had 1.1 million euro in sales. For all the event, evoMAG sold 1.6 million euros worth of items. That's 10% of their annual turnover. We've got also some nice feedback from the customer. Also from the internet users. We monitored the blog posts and forum posts in order to see the feedback. You have one sample there. We even got very positive feedback on live national TV at Pro TV. That's about it. I've tried not to get too technical in this presentation because if you want, you can download it and look at the numbers and the topology stuff. Now we can do some Q&A if you want.
Applauses for Distinct Media and their study case, Bogdan Belu. The numbers are staggering, Bogdan. So I can tell you that maybe this is a showcase in the industry, starting from your case. They have to somehow relate to you from that on.
I hope so. Yeah.
So, Q&As. We have one, and we need a mic. You switched to English because your presentation was in English, so it's okay.
Hi, my name is Adrian, and you said you used for a web server, a database server. That means that you also use MySQL. So you use MySQL in your cluster. What do you use for that?
Sorry. We have used only MySQL replication, not MySQL clustering, and we've been using read-write splitter in order to redirect the traffic, the reads and the writes in the database. You'll see in the presentation because there are some more details there. We had for the important stuff like orders, we had a separate SQL server handling only special stuff.
Okay, so you had just one main server. And one primary server, and all the rest were secondary.
Yes, one primary server, mostly because MySQL clustering has some problems, and it's very hard to work with it. And we found a solution to work around it because we didn't have the need for this. We could work around it. And also because we are very afraid of the stop synchronization problems. You know, when there's a big sale for 100 items, and in 5 seconds maybe 100 customers order, it's very hard to keep the inventory up to date.
Okay, thank you. And the last one, a quick one.
Hi, I'm Alex. I want to ask you if the customer kept this configuration after Black Friday.
Most of it, yes.
And how are you preparing for this Black Friday?
The preparations for the next web
classified.
Black Friday. No, it's not classified. It's mostly the same. But there are some new things because all the web application changed. It's a new one.
Okay, thank you.
Well, thank you again, Bogdan Belu, Distinct Media.
Thank you.
With applause.